And I'm very proud now to introduce a man who will play a key role in making this come to pass, the Vice President-elect, Joe Biden. Vice President-elect.
Well, Mr. President, you've assembled quite a team. And I hope and believe that the American people will come to feel, as I do, that we brought together one of the most talented national security teams ever assembled. A team prepared to meet the serious challenges we face today and the emerging threats that will confront us tomorrow. I have worked with and admired each of the members of this team, some as far back as the days, Jim, when you were a Marine liaison to the United States Senate, and so I have a long relationship, as the President does, and I do, with each of these folks. And each has a clear understanding of the forces that are shaping this new century and the lives of our fellow Americans. As was mentioned earlier, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the emergence of China, India, Russia, Brazil, and a unifying Europe as major powers, the spread of lethal weapons to dangerous countries as well as dangerous groups, the shortage of and scarcity of energy, water, and food, the impact of climate change, economic dislocations, and persistent poverty. A technological revolution that sends people, ideas, and money around the planet at ever faster speeds. And, as was already mentioned, as we witnessed again last week with the terrible events in India, the challenge to democratic nation states from radical ideologies. That's just a short list of the forces that are shaping the 21st century. And as been implied by all the comments thus far, no one country can control these forces. But more than any other country in the world, we have the ability to affect them if we use the totality of our strength. In bringing together Senator Clinton, Secretary Gates, Eric Holder, Governor Napolitano, Susan Rice, and General Jones, the President-elect has assembled a national security team that is poised, in my view, to recapture the totality of America's strength. Each member of this team shares the goals and the principles that the President-elect and I have attempted to advance. Each member shares our conviction that strength and wisdom must go hand in hand. Each member believes, as we do, that America's security is not a partisan issue. Witness the team. Each member understands that America's military might and economic strength must be married to the power of our ideas and our ideals if we are to deal effectively with dealing with the forces of change, some of which I've mentioned, and if we're going to keep this country we love so dearly prosperous and free. These are extraordinary times. That is not a flight of a fancy or exaggeration. These are extraordinary times. We face extraordinary challenges. But I am, as the President-elect is, optimistic, absolutely optimistic, that this team, with the President-elect at our helm, will see to it that America leads not only by the example of our power, but by the power of our example.